Hello, interwebs! My name is Wendy Fawn. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you back here because it's been a minute. I'm not sure how many people notice this, or if I do end up making videos in the future and you look back and there's this like month-long gap between videos that I made prior to dyeing my hair and then videos after that, you'll notice a bit of a gap. I took a break from making videos, even though I had just started, because I think I needed to reevaluate a lot of the ideas that I had and a lot of the capabilities that I was working with. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel forever. I started recording videos of myself, doing YouTube-y sort of things when I was in high school, and when I first graduated high school. Like, I started doing videos and then I never published them because my self-esteem was shit. But I've always wanted to do it, and I've always tried to do it, and for the longest time I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do it. I've had a lot of time to reflect on figuring out what I needed to fix and what I needed to work on and what I needed to focus on as a person before I could actually start doing things. I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know if I'm ready to start doing things that I want to do, but I'm gonna start doing them, regardless of whether I'm ready or not. Now that I know and that I have the ability to look back and say, I wasn't ready to start doing this, I shouldn't have been using this equipment when I had no idea how to use it, which is why I'm just using my phone right now. Back to what I was saying about wanting to start making YouTube videos forever and not being able to. Depression is a thing. It wasn't a lack of commitment, and it wasn't a lack of dedication, and it certainly wasn't a lack of motivation, because I have all the motivation there to do what I want to do with my life. Just the mental health aspect of it. Like, you can have the best dedication and motivation skills in the world. If you don't have the mental health and the ability to see where you're lacking in that mental health as well, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing will go right if you aren't conscious of yourself. A lot of this I've been thinking about this week specifically because I went to the dentist. And I know that's, why is my camera shaking so much? Oh my god, don't fucking touch the table. It was so surreal because my partner went to the dentist, as you do, and got a tooth cleaning. And I was like, I haven't done that in a couple years. Turns out it's been 5 years since I got a tooth cleaning. Went to the dentist, and this was a dentist that I hadn't been to except for in an emergency visit where I broke my tooth on a tater tot, which is a whole nother story. And it turns out they started doing some, they do like a diagnostics test if you're a car. Wendy, a checkup. A checkup. That's not what it's called, but they go in and they feel your gums and they see how bad it is in there, and they give you a quote and say, your insurance won't cover this. I'm sorry, you live in America. And I'm kind of listening to what the nurse, the dentist assistant, I guess, the dental nurse, the one that did all the work, all this stuff she was telling to the intern that was there that was helping record stuff onto my charts because I'm a new patient. And I'm like, so what's going on? Like, how bad is it, doc? And the assistant lady that cleaned my mouth was like, well, you have an infection. It took 2 visits. They had to numb my entire jaw for both visits to fix what I had neglected. But a few days after both of my appointments and everything, I started to feel better. And I thought, wow, I have been neglecting something that I knew was a problem and that I knew could turn into a bigger problem, and that I knew I had the ability to fix, and yet I didn't. For what reason? Like, I don't think there's any good reason to neglect taking care of yourself if you have the ability to do so. Thinking about that made me think a lot about, doing videos and doing my art and doing streaming, which I'm now starting to do on Twitch. Once again, this is obviously not something that has to do with dedication. This is not something that has to do with like some sort of death wish of like, no, I'm fine, my body is a vehicle, I shall live with it until I die, and if I die at the age of 26, then so be it. It wasn't a matter of me not wanting to take care of myself. It was a matter of neglect, and it was a matter of not being in a mindset to think that I really needed to take care of myself. It just got me thinking. About a lot. So I took a break because, one, my mental health wasn't there. I wasn't sure why I took a break. I just stopped everything. I stopped doing art. I stopped doing videos. I stopped doing any of my, like self-dedications, like meditation or, mindfulness, or I stopped doing all of that. I stopped exercising, and, I kind of forgot that depression had, a word in the dictionary. I was super unfocused, but I wasn't unfocused because I had a lot of distractions. I was unfocused because my brain didn't know what to focus on. I think also a lot of it was the fact that I didn't know where I wanted to go with this channel, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to try things, I wanted to share experiences, and I wanted to entertain to a certain extent. I don't think I'm a comedian by any means, and I don't really think that I'm that funny, but I can be on occasion. And, I kind of wanted to, wad those all together in some sort of giant mutated gumball that could be a YouTube channel. It helps to give yourself a moment to just be with your demons for a minute, because I don't think if I would have kept going with anything, and this doesn't have to do with just YouTube, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't, if I didn't give myself the chance to reflect and realize my mental health is bad and it is going to get worse, I don't think I would have ever done much in the way of motivation with videos, with anything. So now that I'm in a better headspace, and I say that now after I had a panic attack today. Oh, that's right. And one more thing I wanted to talk about. Day jobs. Day jobs are, I don't want to say awful because it's going to sound like I'm not grateful for the day job that I have, but they're pretty damn awful. If you're an artist, day jobs suck. And the reason that they suck is because they take time. And they take a lot of time. They take a big chunko out of your day for 5 days a week. If you're lucky, sometimes they take more days out of your week. It's an insane amount of time to dedicate to something other than what is part of your vision for what you want your life to look like, if that makes sense. I know that sounds super like manifest your dreams and, kind of wavy gravy, but it's true. I mean, 9 hours of your day is going towards someone else's dreams, towards someone else's paycheck. And I'm saying this speaking solely about, when they pay you for how long, hourly jobs. If any of my coworkers are watching this, I am completely grateful for the job that I have, and I am very grateful that I've been able to hold on to the job that I have through the entirety of 2020. However, it's not an art job. It's not art. And so I think as an artist, I have a right to say, my job's not doing it for me mentally. Basically is what I'm saying. I have a day job. I am not far enough into my art yet, and into the process of showing people my art yet, that I can no longer have a day job. So that is something that I have to take into consideration. Even though I have a bunch of projects that I want to do yet, I just can't do them yet. I needed to set better standards for myself, and I needed to set better expectations for myself in terms of what I could do that would not affect me mentally. And one of those things is acknowledging the fact that for 9 hours a day, I will not be focused on art. I will not be doing anything related to art. I've also taken a lot of time to plan out what I'm wanting to do, both with YouTube and Twitch, and just my art in general, which I've kind of been developing this style lately, and I've been posting some of my stuff to Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can check me out at WENDI_FAUN, Wendy Fawn, on Instagram. I'm not on much else. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, Yeah, I came up with a plan. In my handy-dandy notebook, I came up with a plan. This is the wrong notebook. And this pen is out of ink. We're doing great tonight. I can't find my list. But that's okay, because we have it up here, too, because where we lack in mental health, we gain in mental capacity. Basically, one, I'm going to keep focusing on my day job because it's my day job and I have to keep focusing on it. There. Bullet point 1, down. Second bullet point, focus on myself. Focus on me. Make sure that I am getting what I need to do the best art that I can, to produce the best sentences and the best paintings and the best videos and the best music and the best everything that I can that fits my journey as it is right now. And what I mean by that is that I have a tendency to want to make the best thing that I've ever possibly made right freaking now. You know, I need to have my magnum opus by the time I'm 25. I need to, you know, build my Michelangelo in a year. You know, I wanted to do all the things, and I can't do all the things right now because one, I don't know how to do all the things, and two, I don't have the ability to do all the things. Nobody can do all the things at once, and I think that's where, you know, the story of our life comes into play. So yeah, what was point number 2? Focus on myself. Focus on myself. If I need more water, I'm gonna drink more water. If I need to take a minute and just take a deep breath, maybe do some stretches or something, I'm gonna do that. Point number 2, set goals and keep them. I mean, goals are important, you know. I need to keep to goals. I need to keep to organization. I need to keep to making sure that I am in a healthy environment, both mentally and physically, in order to do art. One part of that is just do it. Just do it and think about it later. It's like that Shia LaBeouf video. Is that still relevant? Is that still a thing? Do people still get a kick out of that? I'm not sure. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. There it went. Point number 4. We're gonna go into point number 4. I don't actually know what number we're on. Are we on number 4? We are now. Number 4. Focus on who I am and who I want to be. The way I used to think about looking at future me was, who do I see whose qualities I like about themselves that I can apply and that I can grow on to be a part of me. That could be really healthy if you know what to incorporate in your life and to what extent. It does not get healthy when you try to take on the characteristics and personas of other people in your life to try and make yourself feel better about who you are currently. I didn't really have a good role model in terms of dealing with mental health, and so I kind of latched on to certain celebrities, certain book characters, certain comic book characters to try and be like, yes, I like this trait, I like this trait, I like this trait, this is me, this is who I am. I realized that isn't a good trait, and so I stopped doing it. And 2, I haven't been developing me. I haven't been developing who Wendy is for the longest time, and so now, I'm not saying now. I've been pretty good the past year developing who I am, but prior to that, I really didn't know who I was. If there is a moral to this story, it's focus on yourself. Focus on making sure you are in the correct mindset to do what you want to do in life, because there is no bigger frustration and turmoil than knowing what you're capable of and not acting on it. So yeah, that was a lot of thoughts. I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I'm making plans, and I'm excited to share them. Hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm gonna get some sleep. I need it. You probably do too. So, see you next time. In the meantime, drink your water, take your naps. I hope to see you soon. Have a good night. Bye.